One of our competitive advantages, I believe, here at Jonesville Tool is the service that we provide in the timely manner that we provide it in. A customer can bring us a blueprint today, and we can have prototypes for them, first of next week, because we can take it from billet and 3D machine it. We can do the turning, milling, broaching, grinding, whatever it is that they need, and turn those prototypes around and develop that into a production part for them.
Well, we can hold tight tolerance. I mean, a lot tighter than a lot of other shops. I mean, shops are pretty much broke down into, say, a screw machine shop where, you're going to crank a lot of parts out volume-wise, but your quality is probably not quite as good as what we could hold here.
People are comfortable. They're not afraid to call you, hey, I need some help on this. Or can you get a few more of these parts today? And I know I only ordered this many, but can you get me another box or something like that? That really, I think that works well with the interaction with the customer, I guess, or just direct interaction with the customer all the time.
Our changeover times, they vary from job to job. You could be anywhere from, I have a couple out there that I have maybe a 2-minute changeover. I change a program number and it's done. The parts are really similar, so that's how we get away with that one. Saying on that job, 5 minutes max changeover time. Some other jobs, you could be up to 2-3 hours. That would be a total changeover where you're pulling all of the fixturing off from the machine, putting totally new fixturing on with tooling.
We're not terribly large. I think we're just the right size. Everybody's personally involved. Everybody has a little bit at stake here. They're proud of what they do. Everything has their name on it in some way, form, or fashion. It might not be a visual stamp, but it's the closest thing you can get to that without actually having a visual stamp on it.
After the turning operations and the milling operations, all our compressor components come through this cell, which is a fine finishing. This seal surface on the end of the part is finished down to a 0.6 finish. After the finishing operation, it goes through a wash, an anti-rust, and then a packing operation. This is our mill department, where we have 4 horizontal mills with pallet change. We have 2 vertical mills with pallet changers, and then 2 mills with straight table standard C-frame mills. This cell will run lots from 50 to 2,500. It's continually changing over. We do a lot of short run prototype. This is one of our off-highway driveline components. We machine from solid forging. This is one of our horizontal machining centers where we're machining a John Deere housing. This housing, the same casting, we make 5 different part numbers. So again, we run the different lot sizes, smaller lot sizes, and we've made this cell to accommodate all 6 part numbers. This area does our driveline damper components. Right now this cell is machining an inside hub component. We machine this in a vertical machining or lathe, A-op, B-op turning. This portion of the cell is again a vertical lathe. We're machining the weight that goes on that assembly. A-op, B-op machining again.
All the people that work here work together. I mean, as far as our management team, our core team, we've never failed before, and we have enough diversity between all of us that this should be no problem for us to get this together and get it done right and make it work right and have a happy customer at the end.
When we develop a program or a part with the customers, we try to be very involved and get them very involved in the process, so they know what we're doing and what we can do to make it more competitive, make them more competitive in their market. We'll work together with them from sourcing the raw material. We work with a lot of different foundries to try to find the right fit there.
Just wow, I can't believe you guys got that done so fast, or how did you get it done that fast? And it's such a good part, we can't find anything wrong with it. How fast can you start making them from this point forward,
We're in one of our driveline damper assembly cells. This is where we assemble the large engine dampeners. This will be the inside hub. We'll mount that in the press. This is the outside mass. The press will shove a rubber membrane in between the two pieces. After the press, it'll go to a balance where it'll be spun balance, and then anti-rust and container. This is our quality lab. We have a pretty complete quality lab where we have a automated Brown & Sharpe CMM that does our daily floor audits, audits our production and our on-floor gauging. We have a manual CMM where we do all our first piece and PPAP and layout. We have a contracer. The contracer is used for internal chamfers, outside radiuses, and forms. And this is where we also set up all the gauging. As we do our changeovers, the gauging is pulled from the shelves, pre-set up, and moved to the line as the product is set up. John is doing a first piece layout. This is a product that just was set up in the cell. It gets brought into the lab. First piece layout gets done, check complete, and after approval, it'll go back to the cell and the cell will start producing the parts. Every component that we set up is checked on first piece basis. It has to have the approval by the quality lab before the job is actually ran, and then in-process checks are done continual through the run. Our high volume lines that do not change over every day, they're audited by quality every day.